Hello dear friends, good morning to all of you. This video lecture is regarding the unit number 2. Okay, in the last video lecture session we completed unit number 1, right? And this video lecture is regarding unit number 2. So the title of this unit number 2 is business ethics. Okay, so this topic is also you should learn in the last semester in ETC subject. So business ethics means what? First of all, here two words are considered, business and ethics. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you the meaning of business. Business means what? Business means one type of activity in that you should sell or purchase anything for the reselling it and getting profit. It's a one type of meaning of this business. Then ethics means what? Ethics means what is good or what is bad. Whenever you doing any work at that time, according to your code of conduct of your business, what is good or what is bad. Ethics is derived from the Greek word ethos. Okay. So first of all, in this slide you see the meaning of the ethics. The word ethics, which is to be a consonant from the Greek word ethos, means it pertains regarding the character. Character means regarding what is good or what is bad. You also learn regarding this in your semester number 3. So ethics is a one type of, we can say, that are the formula or code of conduct that designed by the any profession or any business for they have to be use this type of ethics whenever they have to do work. In this unit number 2, there are topics are covered as follow. First topic is principles of personal ethics. Second one, principles of professional ethics. Third one, evaluation of ethics over the years. Then fourth one, there are the need of business ethics. Fifth one is honesty, integrity and the transparency are the touchstones of the business ethics. Without honesty, integrity and the transparency, you cannot run your business successfully. Then value and ethics. Then last one is the root of unethical behavior. So in this particular video, I explain first 5 topics, what are the principles of the personal and professional ethics and what are the needs of ethics and honesty, integrity and transparency. Okay, so let's start from the first topic. So moral is a principle for the govern a person's through be a behavior and conducting of the activity. So the branch of knowledge is to be deals with the moral and the principles. Fundamental principle is to be a descent from the human conduct, so it's include the study of universal values such as the essential equality for the man and woman and human for the natural rights and the obedience. So the law of the land, concern for the health, safety and the increasing also be a natural environment. So whenever you are working, so according to your profession, you have to build up your ethics, and according to your ethics you should work accordingly and you should behave accordingly, right? So a definition of ethics or business ethics is given by Andrew Crane. So business ethics is the study of business situation, activities and the decisions where issue of the right and wrong address, means according to your business what is right and what is bad. You should decide according to your ethics, according to your phenomena. So let's take one example regarding that. If you're doing business at that time, if you cannot have any concern regarding your customer, then your business cannot be stay, we can say, for the longer time or sustain in the market. So human factor are very important. If you don't consider the welfare of your customers and your whatever the stakeholders are considering in your business, like the government, business, bank and other suppliers, this all are the part of your business. Without them you cannot start or sustain your business. Okay, so whenever you are working at that time, you should address this thing are right for my business and these things are not right for my business. So you can take the real example of this Tata company. Tata company have to doing the welfareness of their peoples, of their employees, of their customer. So they cannot doing any unethical practices till date. Okay, why? Because they have to define their business ethics, right? Then ethics is the branch of social science. It deals with the moral principles and the social values. So it helps us to classify what is good and what is bad. So it tells to good things and avoid doing bad things. So ethics is a one type of social science. You can easily identify that this thing is good for my business and this thing are not good for my business. So some business have to sometimes they have to doing this type of work that they have to get the higher profit on the cost of the satisfaction of the customer. So this is totally wrong thing. If you don't care about your customer and if you don't have any concern for your customer, then you cannot sustain in the market. Okay, so it's very important for the business ethics. Then first topic is the principle of personal ethics. So first of all, here two words are considered, personal and ethics. So personal ethics is regarding your personal life. So sometime we have to define our own ethics. It's considered as the personal ethics. Personal ethics is a category of the philosophy to determine what an individual believes about their morality, right and wrong. Means person, take the example, according to the person, they have two different type of, we can say, ethics. Person to person, there are different type of ethics. Take the example, if a thief have the ethics regarding that what type of ethics they have. They have the ethics that they have to do any robbery and this is the good for them. Why? Because according to them this is good for them. But if a human being have not do this type of robbery because they have to not doing this work because according to their ethic, according to their personal ethics, it is good, it is not good for the society. Okay, so this is usually is to be a distinguished from the business ethics for the legal ethics. So personal ethics are basic principles and value that govern for the interacting among the individuals. So always you should hear, you should whatever you hear, whatever you see, whatever you speak, according to that your personal ethics can be disclosed. Okay, so sometimes your mental mindset and your mental stability regarding the whatever you thinking, it's also considered in the personal ethics. So what are the personal ethics principles? First one is concern for the well-being of the others. Whenever you are working in the any field, at that time you should always do the concern for the others. If you don't know how to concern, then you should try to solve it, and if they have to any problem, then try to solve, and always analysis, true analysis for that you should doing the well-being of the others. Then respect for the others, it's a very important. Then trustworthiness and honesty. If you earn the higher profit but your character is very low, then your image in the market is very, we can say, very down in the market. Okay, so always trustworthiness and honesty. If we heard the name of Ratan Tata, and if we heard the name of Mukesh Ambani, and if we heard the name of Satyam Computers owner, and PB Punjab National Bank's owner, then the image is automatically created, right? So trust is very important. Without trust you cannot, we can say, create your own character. Okay, so always trustworthiness and honesty in your work. Then compliance with the law. Whatever law is to be a firm for your business and company, always follow that. Then preventing harm to others. Sometimes business have to do this type of activity that they have to we can say produce the low quality of the product and for their personal benefits. Okay, so don't do that. Preventing harm for the others, always try to given the qualitative product and try to less harm for the others, right? Then second one is the principle of professional ethics. After the personal ethics, second is the principle of the professional ethics. So first one is a code of conduct. Every profession have the code of conduct. First of all, let me tell you what is the meaning of profession. Profession means what? Profession means one type of activity in that you have some specialized and the expertise knowledge, and from your services you have to get fees. Okay, so it's a one type of profession like CA, then professor, then teacher, then doctor. There are the profession. So in this profession, they have the one type of code of conduct. Means what? Business ethics is a code of conduct. So it tells what to do and what not to do and the welfare of the society. So all businessmen have to follow the code of conduct, because whenever you do the work, then code of conduct is very important. In the medical field, they have the code of conduct. So always being a welfare for their patient, and they have also another code of conduct. Then whenever they are working in their medical field, at that time they cannot get the fees from their same batchmates or the same doctors. So it's a one type of, we can say, code of conduct, that they should follow this type of code of conduct. Second one, based on the moral and the social values. Business ethics is based on moral and the social values. So it contains moral, social principles like rules doing the business, and this could be a self-control, customer protection and the welfare, services to the society, and fair treatment to their social group. So not to be exploit to the others. Okay. So, any business or any profession, it's a part of society. Without society, your business cannot, we can say, run in the market. So, society is a one bigger part of your success. So, whenever you are working in your profession, at that time, social values are very important. So, you should follow the social values. What are the social rules and regulation? You should follow that. Okay. Sometimes some business have to doing the CSR activities, corporate social responsibility, for their society. Why? Because this type of welfareness activities only do for their professional ethics. Okay, in the current COVID pandemic situation, take the best example regarding that. So you can take the example that the Tata. So Ratan Tata announced that whomsoever get, we can say, their employees that in this COVID situation, they have to provide them salary to their families till their retirement age. So it's a one type of social values. Why? Because why they have to provide that? This is not responsibility of Tata, but they have to provide this facility for their social values. Okay. Then give protection to the social group. Business ethics is to give the protection to the different social groups such as a customer, consumers, employees, small businessmen, government, shareholders and the creditor. So you have another responsibility regarding your stakeholders, like you should have the responsibility of your employees, your customer, your businessman, small businessman like your suppliers, and government. Whatever you should, you have to provide it some rules and regulation that you should follow, but you also maintain accounts. So always try to not doing the malpractices in your accounts. So it's a one type of your responsibility. Then provide the basic framework. So business ethics is provide the basic frameworks for doing the business. It's give the social, cultural, economics and the legal and the other limits for the business. So business must be conduct within the limits. So whatever limit you have to provide it, you should work according your limits. Then voluntary. Business ethics must be voluntary. So this businessman accept the business ethics or their own, and business ethics must be a self-discipline. So it must be enforced by the law. Whatever the law that they should provide it to them, so you should follow it voluntary. Then requires education and the guidance. So businessmen must be given a proper education and the guidance before introducing any business ethics. So businessmen must be motivated to use this business ethics. They must be informed about the advantages and using this ethics. So trade associations, chamber, then the commerce have to consider to play the active role in this matter. So education and guidance also provided by such a association. In this field you can also have the idea regarding that business have the some type of association. They have to working as a trade union. Whenever business have to face any problem or any other party have to face any problem, at that time they have to work as the midman, or they have to try to solve that problem. Then relative terms. So business ethics is a relative term. That is a change from the one business to another business. So it's also change from the one country to another. So what is considered as the good is the one country, maybe it's to be in the another country. So always try to maintain rules and regulation, because some business and some professions are working on the basis of MNCs, multinational companies. So at that time different country have the different types of rules and regulations, so you should follow that. Then new concept, business ethics is a newer concept, so it's a strictly followed only when the developed countries, but it is also followed by the properly in the poor and the developing countries. It's also followed in the developed nations, but always try to follow in the developing and the underdeveloped countries. So here one chart is considered regarding that, so you can easily identify the principles of this business ethics. So commitment to excellence, whatever you work you should commit that I should do for perfect, and whatever the errors are considered by me, I would try to solve it. Then low ability means whatever the work you have to do it honestly. Then honesty, respect for others, loyalty, then accountability, reputation and moral, leadership, fairness, concern for the others, integrity and promise for the keeping. So it's a one type of ethics are considered for the any profession and businesses. Then the third topic is evaluation of this ethics over the years. How these ethics are considered. So ethics is a one type of human universal. Ethics are considering from the humans. So first of all they have to try to get their personal ethics, what is good and what is bad according to their rules and regulations and according to their personal lives. And then after they have to moral actions, then after they have to take the moral actions for their business and for their profession. Then individual and active participating upstairing citizen, whatever they have to do, they have to try to develop it for the nation. Then the Farrell defines that the term ethics as an analysis of the nature and the morality, whatever the rules and regulation you should follow, this type of things will analysis through your ethics only. So right and wrong behavior for the everybody's business. Okay, so always we cannot identify that, because all person and different person has a different type of mindset, different type of ideology. At that time you cannot easily identify the behavior of the person, what is good and what is bad. So according to situation you can find that this behavior is right for this situation and this behavior is not right for this situation. Then social challenges and the ethically. So whatever the social problems they have to face, and then after they have to meet this ethics, and after meeting this ethics they have to meet this ethics, and then after try to follow and try to implement this ethics. In the United States they have to start in 1970, they have to establish the ethics, and they have to follow by their first of all their businesses and their profession. So evaluation of this ethics first of all from the human beings, and then after they have to doing this upgrading it, and now they have to implement this ethics in companies and the profession and business sectors. What type of need for this business ethics, why this type of importance, what are the importance, what are the need of this business ethics for nowadays? So first, business ethics operate with the society. I already explained you that business is a part of society. Without society business cannot run. So whenever you are operating in the society, so it's need of this business ethics. Second one, every business have the irrespective of the size and exists more on the ethical means. So whatever business you should follow, you should maintain your ethics in your business. Third one, business need to be a function as the responsible and the corporate citizen in the country. So whatever the functions, whatever the responsibility you should provide it as a corporate citizen, you should follow that. Then business need to remain ethical for its own good. If business have to do this type of ethical behavior, then it's also good for their work, also good for their profitability, also they have to maintain good image in the market, then also they have to get a new innovation invention in their field. So approach to the resolve this ethical dilemma, whatever the ethical dilemma they have to face, at that time they can easily solve, because if they have to follow the business ethic, then and then they can solve their ethical dilemmas. Then analysis and the evaluation of the ethical operations, whatever the what is the ethical or unethical, you can analyze that and you should try to remove that, solve that. Okay, do only business ethics. If then and then you can solve your ethical dilemmas. So business ethics should follow responsibility, commitment, quality and the reliability. Then honesty in the business. So running a business that take a pride in the beginning of the ethical society and the social responsibility is a challenge, and maybe a company end up to be cutting more than the few corners in the name of the profit. If you dig deeper into your company, you will be probably find the honesty isn't a prison as important for the characteristics. However, the nearly impossible business have to build the trust. Honesty is to be a guide the principle and how your company handle the every aspect of the work and process. So business honesty isn't only about the doing things right away, but it's also about the expressing the value in the which company is to be found. So here one tip is given to us that honesty is a key characteristics of the business, because it sets the tones of the kind of work culture you want to create, provide the consistency for the workplace behavior and build the loyalty in the trust and the customer to be a purpose. So I have to given one example to you that regarding this honesty in the Johnson and Johnson company. So, before 5 to 6 years they have to publish or producing some quality of product, and there are the slowly we can say there are the one type of mistake is considered in their product, and their product is less qualitative product, and they have to be a we can say recall their products from the market, and they have to wind up this product. Why? Because of there are the less quality of the product and it's harmful for the society, so they have to be a get a recall from the market. So it's a one type of honesty, because if they have not any welfare regarding the human beings, then they can sell that product, but they cannot sell that product. They can recall from the market and they have to doing that betterment of the product and doing some changes in the product, right? So it's a one type of honesty in the business. If you maintain honesty, then and then you can stay in the market. Then the honesty and the integrity and the transparency are the touchstone of the business ethics. Without that, you cannot run business successfully. So first one is the integrity of self. Means what? So how do you think for yourself? How do you behave when no one is watching to you? Once you know your consistency, then how you decide from the right and wrong. So do you have the self confidence? Do you believe in your own abilities and make your good choice? Do you have the courage to act as to be whatever you have to work? So are you able to sacrifice your personal interests in order to do right things? So integrity means what? You should behave accordingly. You should we can say maintain confidence in your work, and whatever you are, you have to be a we can say accept that and try to if you have any problems in your market, in your customer, in your quality of product, then try to solve it. So integrity of self means one type of analysis of self, right? Then developing a personal integrity. So be clear about your personal value. You cannot compromise your personal value whenever you are working in the any field, as an engineer, as a doctor, as a professor, and any field. You should cannot compromise your personal value. Personal values are very important. Then develop your professionalism and self-confidence. Whatever the profession you have to build up, you have to develop your confidence in your personal profession. Then make a keep commitment. Whatever commitment you should do, you should commit yourself, you always try to complete that. Then adopt interests of the others. Always whatever the feels of the other or other party have to feel or behave regarding your situation, then you have to adopt their interests. Then accept accountability of your action. Whatever action you should consider, you always ready for the any, we can say, answer that given by you always ready for that this action is considered by me and I accept this responsibility, I accept this whatever the accountability are considered by me. Then be courageous. Always you should build up confidence and always doing the courageous in your work. Then the last one is the transparency. Then transparency means what? Transparency means what? First of all, so transparency, it's a one type of, we can say, there are the transparency self, meaning that you can easily see whatever work you have to done. So transparency is very important in your business. You cannot doing any unethical and black money in your field. You cannot do this type of work. So integrity is doing whatever you say, whatever you do in your business, and because of that, then transparency is what? Transparency is saying what you are going to do, how you are going to do, and then demonstrating that you have to done it. Then failure in transparency, so not saying what you are going to do, so hiding up the purpose and the intention and avoiding the accountability, it's a one type of not considered in the transparency. Not saying how you are going to do, so you should hiding your intentions, not showing whatever you have to done, so avoiding accountability, and this action is considered for the lack of self confidence and the direct efforts and the wrong decisions. So these actions are kill your integrity. So always you should build up the transparency in your work. So review regarding this integrity, transparency and honesty, that integrity is doing the right thing in the whatever the right way. Transparency is saying what you are going to do, that showing to other. Integrity is the quality of character that have to value, like whatever you work, they have to find out your quality of character. Then individuals in the business can develop their personal integrity. Business can foster their integrity through the good leadership and respect, and it's create the trustworthiness in your field. So trust, if any customer have built up trust in your business, then your business have to get the highest success in the market, highest success in the field. So always created the honesty, integrity and the transparency, so it's created automatically trustworthiness for your business, and it's created the long term benefit for your business. Okay, so I hope you understand about these topics. Okay, so this video lecture is completed here regarding the 5 topics of the unit number 2. If you have any query, you can contact me from the any mode of communication. Thank you.